churches all throughout East Africa and all, China, Japan, throughout Europe, full of heathens, bro. So why do you heathens rage, man? The Lord ain't dealing with y'all, man. Period. Now, you do have some of our people who might look like some of you heathens, who are mixed amongst you heathens, man, because of our dispersion and because of interracial mixing, so-called. We ain't talking about them. Now, the Lord would deal with you, but you straight up heathen, the Lord ain't dealing with y'all. Why y'all raging, man? Go ahead.
The kings of the earth set
Run it up to the top, Slack.
Okay. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?
A vain thing. Something that's just for a moment. Something that's irrelevant. A vain thing. Go ahead. It's an imagination. You imagining the vain thing. Go ahead.
The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed.
So what you think the UN meetings is all about? Read that again. It's going to give it to you in a nutshell.
The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision.
Now the heathens think because they took our nationality away from us, and one people in particular did that, you know what I'm saying, which was you so-called Jews. You think that that's doing something. All you doing is fulfilling prophecy. That's it. You didn't put yourself in a seat for salvation. You put yourself in a seat for total damnation, man.
That's right. That's right.
You ain't doing shit with that. All you doing is fulfilling prophecy, man.
Oh, can I say something too? Hey, when they came together against us too, it wasn't just a quick 5-minute meeting on just keeping us down just to make a little money. No, they systematically, with Amalek being the head tribe of Esau, they systematically went all over the world and destroyed our images. They talked about how to keep us in the ghetto, how to keep us down, how to do all these different socio-economic things. It's a hundreds of years worth of warfare against us that we're just now coming back to, what's going on. Even when you were a little kid, there was warfare against you. It's a reason why our neighborhoods are called food deserts. If the trucks don't come in, basically these people ain't gonna eat, because there ain't nothing growing around, anything like that. So it's been warfare. It's been like that from the beginning. Okay, so you guys don't want to accept reality. Hey, it's right in front of your face. Look at where you live. Look at how you treat it versus how they treat.
Look at their law. All you jakes, you black Christians that want to turn a blind eye to the wickedness of the so-called white man. Them black EX ministries talking about some, and they claim that they're the wicked. What the hell is your problem? Turn on the news. Like the brother said, they've had a plan set up for many of years, man. Like you Negroes, you wasn't even on their constitution until like the late 1800s.
Exactly.
So what happened to the other, 1500s, 300 years? You was just a slave, man.
Yep.
You didn't have any say-so. You were not allowed to speak in court. You weren't allowed to be free. You weren't even in their constitution. So when they made their law, even in their amendments, the first 10, 12, doesn't concern you. That's why they had to add like a 14 or a 15 to 13 to include you Negroes. So the right to bear arms wasn't for you. The entitlement of free speech, that wasn't for you. None of that was for you. You're just now, you know what I'm saying? They just added you on there. But that's why they're angry.
That's right.
So you Negroes that want to pretend like, oh, everything was good. Everything's fine. Just look at history.
And how many black churches have these so-called white Christians burned down too?
Exactly.
Shot up.
All right, shot up.
That's to tell you the black churches is wicked as hell. Y'all don't get burned down. Y'all don't get persecuted. Where's your persecution? You call yourself a Christian. Where's your persecution? Last time I checked, you read through the Bible, they were persecuted, man, the Christians.
Yeah. So, something's not right.
Something ain't right.
This is Revelations 21.
This is more early.
God, I had a couple more verses. He that sitteth in the heavens, this is verse 4. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, the Lord shall have them in derision.
So the Most High is actually laughing at your crafty counsel you got for us, man. The counsel you all took against us that got us in this position today. The Most High is laughing at that little bullshit, man. Go ahead, bro.
Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath and vex them in his sore displeasure.
And how the Lord gonna speak? First, he speak by the prophets, which is men like us who doing what we doing, predominantly GMS, man. First, he speak by the prophets, man. They tell you that in the scriptures. Now, then how you gonna speak at that? He gonna speak with fire, man. Destruction, death. He gonna speak with the sword.
Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion.
Mm-hmm. And who was that king? Yahweh shot up on the holy hill of Zion. It didn't say the holy hill of Moab or the holy hill of Esau or the holy hill of Ishmael. He said he set his king on the holy hill of Zion. That's the monument of Israel.
I'm going to jump to verse 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost. Wait a minute.
Hey, the Lord said.
Wait a minute.
You want to speak on?
Oh, no. Good. Yeah.
The Lord said all the men of the Lord got to do is ask. Ask of him. And don't y'all brothers want slaves?
Oh, yeah.
I want payback.
Oh, yeah.
The Lord said ask of him. And he going to give us our heart's desire, man.
These niggas, y'all wake up and do a 9 to 5 for the Rothschilds. Come on, man.
Go hard for them, too.
Yeah.
Nigga want their employee of the month. How about you be an employee of the month for the Most High? How about you come and get your benefits by being a servant, employee for the Most High, man?
Employee of the month.
Employee of the month. Niggas on the damn plaque smile. You fucking punks, man. How about you do that for the Most High, man? Niggas go all out for the devil, though.
That'd be a nut cheesing, too.
Nigga got him a little gift card. They don't even give you a raise. They give your ass a $50 $50 gift card and shit for Walmart. Get the fuck out of here, man. No, we gave you a 10-cent raise. Fuck out of here, man.
Oh, man.
You gotta go a whole year just to get that. A whole year to get 10 cents a raise. That's bullshit.
And maybe insurance. Maybe. This is the last verse. Verse 9. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel.
So the scriptures say we're going to break you other nations into pieces with a rod of iron. With a rod. We read it out of Revelations also, 2nd chapter. That's just a precept to that, you know what I'm saying? To link it all together. What you got? One day I got some other, some more.
That was it. Okay.
It's Romans 8:17. And of children, then heirs of Yahweh.
Can you read it up one verse?
Yeah. Romans 8:16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit.
So what's the spirit? The Holy Bible beareth witness with the Israelite spirit. That what?
That we are the children of Yahweh.
Exactly, because you got people in the world talking about there's a spiritual Israel. Basically, they trying to say that any other nation can be a spiritual Israelite and they can make it. No, that's not scriptural, man. So can you read it again? We'll give you the proper breakdown on that.
The Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh.
Exactly. The Spirit itself, the Holy Bible itself, bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh, because the Bible gives you the characteristics of the Israelites. It tells you the color. It tells you that they went into slavery. It tells you about the prophecies, about how our conditions will be in the last days, and every time we go against the Most High. It tell you about all that, man. So it's bearing witness with us that we the children of Israel. It tell you that the Jews, the Southern Kingdom, went into slavery on slave ships. Who else did that? Who else did that? So it's bearing witness to with our spirit that we the children of the Most High, man.
Yeah, and it tells you that we was gonna wake up in the last days, like the brother said, is we are the children. The Spirit bearing witness with us. The so-called white man is not that. How are they the children of God when they don't even believe in the New Testament at all? And you Christians die hard for Jesus, right? But you still believe that they're the real Jews when they pretty much dismiss the whole New Testament. But y'all don't say nothing against them. Y'all want to come up against us. And you see over there in Tel Aviv, they got a city over there, Pink City, where they have the biggest sodomite festival going, and y'all don't say a word. So how are they the children of God? They don't believe in the Lord. You know, they really don't believe.
Good point.
They don't believe in the Most High
That's
Himself.
a good point.
Yeah.
You know, they don't believe in anything, man.
They don't even believe in the Messiah. Well, here you go. You get on us.
Yeah. Won't you say something against them?
Y'all will never go at the fake Jews, man.
Yeah, y'all won't even raise a voice, but you'll still say, oh, they claim that they're the Israelites, that they're the real Jews. They claim. But you don't have if I ask you your nationality, you're going to tell me black. That's a color. That's not you. But you can't give me an answer, though. See how you Christians, that's how we know most of y'all are just paid off. And a lot of y'all are so comfortable being as a slave but you don't know any other. You don't know how to live any other way. You don't know how to hear. You don't know how to run, or even just the thought of your people in rulership with the other nations under them. That offends you, because your whole life, all you known is to worship them and to serve them. Pay your taxes, right? Make sure your tax right. You know, make sure everything's up to date with Esau's guidelines, the so-called white man's guidelines. Can't offend the so-called white man. But then you hear about a Jake rebellion and that pisses you off. You know, 'cause you honestly think you're hard on work. I don't give a damn if you own a business. I don't give a damn if you created something or invention. It's all gonna get burnt down. All right, and you should have that mentality. Man, this shit gonna get burnt down. A lot of you Jakes want to say, no, I want to prosper in my, my 9 to 5. I want to prosper in my 401k. I want to prosper in my children, sending them to Yale, Harvard. I want this to continue on, so I can prosper. Man, fuck this shit.
We ain't saying that it's something wrong with making money. We all make money. We all need to make money here. That's smart, ain't it? We're just saying put the Most High first, man.
Yeah, understand that it's temporary. That don't mean deny the truth. That don't mean that don't mean to deny that the Lord is a so-called black man. Deny that you're a Hebrew Israelite. You know? Because y'all know that if y'all come into this, y'all gonna be hated amongst the world, and you at risk of losing, everything.
I got a precept when y'all can break it down. It's John 5:46 through 47. For had ye believed Moses, Old Testament, for had ye believed Moses, you would have believed me, for he wrote of me. But if ye believe not his writings, how shall ye believe my words?
Read that again about the shot.
John 5:46 through 47. For had ye believed Moses, you would have believed me, for he wrote of me. But if ye believe not his writings, how shall ye believe my words?
And that's the Lord speaking, right?
Yep.
Exactly. So that's what you so-called Jesus, which, if you guys haven't realized, it's been said 1,000 times, there was no J back then. There's no J in the letter J is the newest letter in the English language. I put it like that. That came about in the 1600s, right? When you deal with people with the letter J, it was they called him Julius Caesar. With the Lord, he was called Yehoshua, and all these different things. His name in the Hebrew, which is the language he spoke, was Yahweh. And just like it said, if you believe Moses, right, you believe in the Old Testament, you believe in all those old stories that they might tell you in the church, because those are the simple ones. And that's what you do when you try to indoctrinate somebody. You give them heroes to follow and different lessons and things like that. But now that the Lord is saying all these things that we're reading out of, you don't want to believe that. When the Lord actually prophesied that Jerusalem would be besieged, going off of a prophecy that Isaiah also said. That's all we're doing, is quoting the different prophets from the Bible. And all of these prophets were under one accord. Okay, and their chief enemy was who? The Edomites. Herod was an Edomite. He tried to kill the Lord before he was born. And it's biblically recorded, he was an Edomite. And the rest of the Romans, they were Edomites. The Caesars, they were Edomites. Damn. Yep. You Christians, y'all got to open the Bible up and read. And then, after you read, at least try to seek understanding on the verse that you read. Okay, let's see what this person is saying online. Let's see what this person is saying. And if you're a man of understanding, you're going to come to what we're saying. The men of Great Millstone and the other men who follow the same doctrine.
And that's why you said, if they're a man of understanding. Because a lot of you black Christians, y'all know what we're saying is right. Y'all do y'all research before y'all know what we're saying is right. And that's why them ex-ministry, them clowns, they delete any comment of any brother that goes on there. Anybody that says anything, they leave. And he laughing at that.
It's weak.
Telling us, I was going to make a video about how easy it was to delete all these comments. Y'all not finna come over here and try to spread your belief. Y'all, so you know what we're saying is the truth. You know it. You pay it off, man. You pay it off.
Wait a minute. The scriptures talk about be defenders of the gospel. You supposed to have your verses ready. No, see, let me correct you, my brother. This is what it's talking about here. Hey, y'all, you guys, man, y'all are some hustlers, man. We see through y'all, man.
They
Y'all-
hate the word.
Yeah, y'all don't like the purity of the word and the harshness and the bitterness, because the scriptures talk about, you know, the word is sweet like honey when you first eat it, and then it becomes bitter in your stomach. And so you got to deal with the bitter too, right? We on the Passover we have to eat the bitter herbs. We eat the lamb.
They don't want to shoot because, like you said, the bitter is, you know, like I said, you've been held accountable. They just love Christianity because Christianity teaches you to be a whore, teaches you to be gluttonous, and teaches you to be, you know,
Anything opposite of the law.
a sinner.
If I can squeeze that in one more time.
Anything
going into
goes.
what you're saying.
Anything you can do anything and be forgiven.
And believe anything, you're not held accountable under anything. Everything is just
Man.
you're just free.
Yeah. You can go in the church. You can pass out on the floor. You can dance around.
Shake your ass,
Yeah.
Have a fake seizure.
You can make a rap video. Come on, man.
smoke weed,
Do the splits.
and you just good.
As long as you say you doing it in the name of Jesus. But nobody got a problem with that though.
And we ain't never done nothing like that either, by the way.
Shave your head,
What
bald.
was this out here doing backwards flips? Talking about this backwards flips for Jesus. Nobody have it. They'll probably come over here and, you know, give us money and try to do some backwards flip for Jesus too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like at the job, I just want to say, like, it's by the metro. It was near the metro, shall I say. They had a bunch of Edomites out there with Jesus books and flyers and microphones passing, and everybody just liked it. Everybody walking by getting the flyer, and they had the security there, not for them, but to watch them, to protect them. You know what I'm saying? I said, damn, they got security to protect them, preaching Jesus, Edomites. But let it have been us there. The security would have been there to escort us off the campus.
They hand on their gun and shit, looking at us, trying to intimidate us.
Yeah.
And trying to send agents, little cops and shit, undercover cops to set us up, say things to us so we can lash out. You know, shit like that, man. You a true man of the Lord, they not protecting you like that, man. You know what I'm saying? They own your ass. And they can't